Yeah, man. So there's a book called Relentless, which is the book that these guys talk about. What is the story of Relentless? Michael Jordan, because he was also the GOAT. Well, I tell a lot of people that he wasn't a nice person. No, yes, he liked to. I also show them the image of the duck. Be like a duck, like be happy on the outside, but the things that are happening that people don't see. And some people, if you have an eye, if you can observe, you can see that Michael Jordan is not a nice person. He's not. And this book explains why he wasn't nice. So anyway, Michael Jordan hired a mental coach because he knew he needed something besides physique and training.
You've seen the run of John Jones. I mean, he's fought the best in the world, and nobody's been able to figure him out thus far. What is it, whether a skill that you possess or a trait that you have or a strategy that you have that makes you different than anybody else John has faced?
That's simple, man. Like, I'm Dominic Reyes.
Yeah, man. I don't know what I want to do to him, man. I don't know if I want to knock him out, choke him out, but dude, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I promise you guys. Dominic has everything to win in this situation. He's relatively unknown, but that's why that's why I'm training as hard as I can. I was 240 last week. I'm 230 this week. I'm taking him extremely seriously. I watch his fights every single day. And because he's unknown, people would expect someone in my position to take him lightly, and that's where guys in my position would fall. I'm reading a book called Relentless right now, and it talks about being a cleaner, and I'm trying to be a cleaner, dude. I wanna dominate for years and years to come, and so I got to take him very seriously.
I read that book like 3 years ago, so it's
Good book.
It's a good book.
It's a great book. I'm glad you did. I'm reading it right now in this.
It might have helped me get here, to be honest.
I'm reading it right now in this training camp leading into beating your ass.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, Johnny boy. Not gonna happen.
Great response, Dominic. I'm taking you serious, bud. I'm taking you serious. Just know that. I'm taking you serious. But you're a pawn in this game, bro. I've been talking about it for a long time. Like DC, like all of them, bro. You're a pawn in this game.
Say I'm a pawn?
You're a pawn in this game, bro.
How so?
You're just a piece in this puzzle, bro.
Piece in the puzzle?
I'm trying to be great, bro, and you're just a part of it. You're a small part of it.
As am I. And you're just another pawn in my puzzle.
That's fine. Everyone's undefeated before they fight me, bro.
No, they're not. They're not, though. What does it have to do with...
Daniel Cormier was undefeated.
What does Daniel Cormier have to do with me?
Ryan Bader was undefeated.
What does Ryan Bader have to do with me?
You're not special, Dominic.
Oh, I'm the one. I promise you.
You're the one.
For some reason, he knew, maybe because of other basketball players in the past, Magic Johnson, I have no idea. But Michael Jordan knew that he needed a mental coach. So a guy approached him with a program, and the guy said, well, this is the story. I'm not sure if it's true, but I think it's true. That he gave a chance to a guy, and he said, okay, you have 1 week to show me your program and that it works. So it turns out that he liked the program and the program worked, and it's well, we can go to the book called Relentless, but I prefer to start with the summary, explaining like what is Relentless. Also explaining the difficult words, not just difficult for you. These are like secret, not secret, but kind of secret, right? These are secret words that you're gonna find here. And yeah, because usually when you think about the word cleaner, cooler, cleaner, and no, cooler, closer, and cleaner. Okay, so usually when you think about a cooler, right, you think about like a place to put your beer, right? But that's not cooler here. In this way, it's different levels of leadership. So cooler is the lowest level of leadership. And the way I explain it, this is probably not true. You can investigate, but to me, a cooler is like I want to say like a hippie. Uh, it's like everything is cool. Like, hey, you lost the game. Oh, it's cool, man. I have another opportunity. Something like that. Uh, Optimist, but at the same time satisfied. That is the point. They're happy and they're satisfied with where they are. It's cool. That's a cooler, okay? Everything is cool. You're a cooler. That that's the sad part. That at the top level of leadership, which is a cleaner, they can look happy like Jordan, but when they're in competition, they're not very happy. And okay, I will explain that. Okay, what's the next level? The next level is a closer. But by the way, remember, this book is not for you to be a winner, okay? This book is once you're a winner, how to do something that's more than a winner. Like Jordan, it's not winning one championship or one hit wonder like a musical group and disappearing. No, this book is mentally how to maintain, how to stay on top. So what is a closer? A closer is a person that negotiator, like a very good negotiator. You have everything that you want, right? You are the closer, right? You close the deal, right? And usually I thought that was the highest level. That's not the highest level. The highest level is closing the deal every year. The highest level is not just winning one championship. The highest level is winning six championships, like Jordan. I think it was six. I don't know. But to get to that level requires a mental coach. To get to that level requires a program. Because if you don't have this program, what's going to happen is what happens to everyone. You win one championship, you're satisfied, it's cool, and you go back to being a cooler. Okay, now let's listen to the summary.
Read in this book. Cooler, closer, cleaner. Good, great, unstoppable. You can be whichever you want. If you want to be unstoppable, you've got to make the commitment. Most of those who reached out to me weren't star athletes working on their games, although I heard from them too. These were teachers and firemen and soldiers and CEOs and kids. I talked to countless coaches from youth leagues to the highest level of the pros. From the high school coach who brought his team together over the summer to sit in a classroom and read the book as a group so they could have chapter-by-chapter discussions, to the NFL coach who finally understood he wasn't the only one who went to the dark side to connect with his truly competitive instincts. I heard from a plastic surgeon who related to the book because his work was all about precision and detail, and he could never settle for anything less than perfection. A teacher who dealt with the most difficult kids in the school and understood the way to get the most out of those students was to let them be who they really were, not who others wanted them to be. A chopper pilot in Afghanistan, whose job did not allow for hesitation, doubt, or failure. His goal every day was to get to the end result, or risk the lives of others. And they talked about the loneliness of chasing goals most others considered impossible, and how no one could ever understand how hard they had worked to achieve them. They couldn't believe someone had put a name, cleaner, on their ability to trust their instincts, shut out doubt and fear, and keep going when everyone else had given up. They understood that while most of the examples in this book are about elite athletes, it's the mindsets of those athletes that allow them to dominate, not their physical skills. What they do in competitive sports, you can do in your life if you are relentlessly tough from the neck up. Others weren't so sure. After every big athletic event, I'd get emails and tweets arguing that certain athletes were cleaners because they had a great game. To be clear, one great performance, or even one great season, doesn't make you a cleaner. You're supposed to play well. That's your responsibility. It's the ability to repeat that result over and over, season after season, never satisfied, never letting up, that makes someone truly relentless. Working through physical challenges that would put others on the bench just so you can taste the sweetness of winning one more time, that is what separates the good and great from the unstoppable. For example, many players get that first ring and find it extremely difficult to withstand the unthinkable pressure and expectations needed to stay at the top. They just can't sustain the drive and desire to do the work. Dwayne Wade got his first ring in 2006 and endured countless obstacles trying to get another, including multiple injuries and surgeries and an extremely challenging rehab with me. So when LeBron James and Chris Bosh joined him in Miami in 2010, he could have taken their arrival as an opportunity to exhale, knowing he was no longer expected to carry the entire team by himself. Instead, he was able to share the physical demands of the season while adapting to his new role and showing LeBron how a championship team works together, that it's not about one guy shouldering the entire load. In any given game, there was a cleaner and a closer on the floor, with Dwayne and LeBron changing roles as needed, one or the other taking charge on any given night. They didn't have to discuss it. They just knew. Yet even with less pressure on him, Dwayne never allowed his mental focus to waver, despite severe chronic leg injuries. End result? The second ring in 2012, a third in 2013. Yet for Dwayne, even after the 2013 championship, there was still more to do. I hadn't worked with him regularly for several years. He had been training with teammates in Miami, and I was working with other players elsewhere. We always kept in touch. I was always there when he needed me, but we weren't doing the kind of intense daily work we had done years before. I'm rarely the first guy players reach out to when they want to train. I'm the last. In case of emergency, break glass. There are plenty...